It was another tight battle in qualifying for Qatar. Oscar managed to set the fastest time, just 0.02 of a second ahead of Shuriken in second place. However, a grid drop penalty moved Oscar down to 6th position, promoting Shuriken to first on the grid. Test Will was close behind with a gap of just 0.03 of a second. Avni started in third, 0.2 behind, and Rocket rounded out the top four a further 10th back.
And it's lights out and away we go. Shuriken getting a decent start, covers off Avni into turn 1.
Rocket making overtakes on the race start. We've got yellow flags as well. That's Avni from the front row of the grid. He's gone around down to the back. That's really unfortunate of him. Shuriken leading by 1.4 seconds, but Rocket could be under pressure here because Tesla is gaining and gaining and gaining, and he's going to pull alongside and ahead of the Williams driver up into P2. Very nice for him. Rob challenging here as well. They're almost going 3 wide down towards turn 1. Wins is going to be the one trying to make an overtake here as Rob tried to look to the outside of Havoc. Wins looks up the inside through turn 2 now. Rob coming under pressure still. Wins now with the inside line through turn. As we make our way through, Wins already challenging the outside of Rocket there. Oscar and Rob also battling away. Oscar dropping a couple of positions here. Looks like he's had a poor run through that corner, and Luca could be trying to go around the outside now. Looking on the Haas driver, the 2 Ferrari powered cars, is Downsy trying to be opportunistic here. Gets himself up the inside and gets the move done. Downsy up to P8 once again. He's already got 1 penalty. He could be on for a second very soon, but he has successfully closed the gap to the race leader. He's within the DRS, and he is gaining with that slipstream, with the DRS, pulling over to the inside line, and he's going to pull himself into the race lead as well. Wins now leads the race. Here is Luca fighting with Oscar, down the inside into turn number 1, gets himself back ahead of the Ferrari, up into P7. Doesn't look like any moves happening at the front. Luca looking to make a move here on Rob. We could see Havoc making a move on Rocket as well as they head down towards turn 1, 2 by 2 into the first braking zone of the lap. Rocket swoops around the outside late on the brakes, holds onto the position. Luca manages to pull ahead of the Aston Martin driver. Havoc has to sit behind for another lap, chasing down the Ferrari driver. Rob is still looking at the kick-out, though, trying to find a way past. They head wheel to wheel in towards the next corner. They have lost quite a significant amount of time with this battling as well. Now 2.2 seconds off of the train, so they really need to start working together, otherwise it could cost them dearly.
Goes Rocket into turn 1 around the outside of Xbox. Can he hold it around the outside and get back up into P4? Xbox gives him the squeeze, but he gets the inside line now into turn 3 and up ahead of the kick Sauber. Downsy just in behind as well.
Downsy right on the back of the Ferrari as well, coming through turn 1. He's dropped a little bit further back now, but yeah, unfortunate for him trying to make a move. And once again,
Rocket down the inside through these corners into the slowest corner on the track. Downsy goes for it down the inside of Xbox. Bit of contact. Can the V-Car get a better exit? Shuriken and Wilt through the last corner. They are just about to start the last lap. Shuriken doesn't need to make the move, but he is going to make the move up into P2.
yeah, maybe he thinks the Tesla might get that time penalty removed. He wants to make sure he gets it done on the track. He's got himself up into P2, which will be the net race lead once those penalties are applied. But here we go, down towards turn number 1, 3 wide momentarily as Downsy comes through. Luca looking to the inside. There's a bit of contact as they make their way through the first corner. They both get through cleanly though. Heading into turn 2, still wheel to wheel. The kick Sauber trying to go around the outside of the V-Carb as they make their way through the next sequence of corners. Downsy picks up the P4 position. He's got the move done. Luca's still sticking to the back though, trying to have a look through. Here comes Rocket on the inside as well, making a late move, trying to find his way past through the first sector. He looks like he's got himself back up into that P5 position, but those time penalties gonna prove costly on this final lap of the race as they make their way now down towards turn number 7. Luca gonna look around the outside of the Ferrari drive, but he still keeps his nose in, gets himself the car turned in. He picks up another time penalty.
Rocket now up to 9 seconds. That will all but secure he's going to be finishing P6, but Xbox gets another 3 seconds. They've lost the DRS to Downsy, but that won't matter because it's the final lap. So we go back onto wins. It looks like he's run out of fuel actually, heading up to the line.
So he's out of fuel, but he will, they won't matter because the time penalties. Shuriken wins here in Qatar. Test Will picks up P2. I guess the question is, will Downsy be able to close in enough here to try and get himself onto the podium? I'm not sure how much time Test Will lost there. Up towards the start-finish line we go. Is it enough? No, it's not. He misses out by 3 seconds. Downsy comes home in P4. Luca P5. Rocket P6. Havoc will come around the final one. He'll cross the line in 7th, but Avni with the time penalties will pick up the P7. Epa Ake will get P8. Oh, Rocket drops down to P7. Okay, Avni picks up E6. These time penalties going to really confuse things, but wait for the order to settle itself out.
AD comes in back in P11 for the 2nd week in a row, just outside of the points for the Alpine.
Qatar produced a very clean and relatively incident-free race. The first stint saw very close racing between the cars in the top 10, but after the pit stops some gaps started to appear. Wins pulled out a 4-second lead at the head of the field and came across the line in first despite running out of fuel coming through the final corner. Unfortunately for him, 12 seconds of track limits penalties dropped him down to 3rd place, allowing Shuriken to take the race win, crossing the line just ahead of Test Will.